everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Things have escalated a bit, and of course, VTubers have responded to the news that I put out the other day, by Automaton West about a Japanese company trademarking xtubers or cross-tubers, something that many VTubers have already done. I mentioned K-san last time. I also mentioned Victoria the Sun Eater, that she goes out and she does, IRL meetups. I do know that things like Lena Lazar does things as well like that. And I also know Matara Khan goes sometimes to cons and meetups, of course, with a mask on, but she goes IRL as well. So there are many who already do this, but in Japan, I guess they decided to trademark this in order to, my assumption is to get some more income to make it seem like it is just them doing it and, get that notoriety going. So let's take a look at, I did go over this whole thing. The xtuber, cross-tuber thing, they want to add something new to the VTuber market where the VTubers aren't just VTubers anymore. They're going and doing things publicly. And like I said, that's something that's already been done. The only thing that hasn't been done is creating an actual trademark for it. And that is something I believe that YouTube doesn't allow as well. It says you cannot trademark anything with tuber at the end. They don't allow it on their service. So maybe they're going to be using Twitch. Maybe they're going to find some kind of loophole on it. We don't know. Let's take a look at some of the quote retweets here. Apparently, xtuber is something that Case has been doing lately, streaming both as a VTuber and an IRL streamer. You can find it on her actual channel. It's not anything hidden. It's not anything membership oriented or anything like that. It's there. Well, I'm not against the idea of showing IRL stuff on a VTuber channel. Trademarking term is pretty silly, not going to lie. Like Kizuna Inc. didn't even bother to trademark VTuber. And, she was one of the first ones to be known as a VTuber, at least. And it says it just sounds like they do adult content, poor marketing. To be honest, yeah, the X thing, there's a lot of X sites, and they are not SFW. They're NSFW. Because I didn't invent the term VTuber, she's popularized the term. Arguably, Ami Yamato can trademark the term because so far, she was the first VTuber, but she didn't, taking the route like Volvo, not patenting the 3-point harness. That is on every car. So, yeah, Ami Yamato was before Kizuna I. Was the first one to use the word VTuber and the term VTuber, but she didn't want to do it because, kind of same way Volvo, what the person's mentioning Volvo, because Volvo didn't want to patent the 3-point harness so that it could be a safety feature and others can use it freely without having to pay any royalties or anything to them, and thus preventing it from happening. And the same thing there, I guess she just didn't want to restrict people to not use it. And continuing on with Victoria the Sun Eater, I already do this. You're late to the party, fellas. That's the XXX-tuber. Hee. So LootTuber, cool. It's literally IRL content, IRL meet and greets, and having VTuber avatar. Like quite a few indies do this already. It's nothing new, regardless of NSFW content or not. And she's right. She goes to regular cons. She does meet and greets. Of course, she has her own security and things like that, where she does IRL meet and greets, where she does handshakes. She does IRL signings and things like that. Don't have a model I'm comfy with yet, so I just turned myself into a rainbow man, but I have used generic free models before, so yeah, very much already a thing. The no trademark is valid if there's prior art. In the US, it probably would not be valid, which is probably why they didn't try in the US. That's why they tried it in Japan. They can easily do it in Japan. Over here, there's something that I showed you last time. When corporates try patenting common things, it says, what is the difference? Cross-tuber sounds more like, it's better than xtuber. Some use 2.5D as a term too. Phoebe, as mentioned before, corporations, when they see something, Phoebe from the Densetsu.exe, Densetsu.exe, is someone who has done that as well. She does IRL content when it comes to her singing and idol work, and she also does, the VTuber idol work as well. Rima, Japanese, with the whole coverage of the whole Japanese thing, the Project Johan, to find new xtubers or cross-tubers as they call it. Book of VTubers, trademarks YTubers, then ZTubers as newest generation of each one. Now owns every ZTuber, formerly as YTubers, formerly as xtubers, formerly as VTubers to ever exist. Yeah, well, don't give them ideas. They're gonna freaking do that. So let's go down here. Other people, in Spanish saying they're registering xtubers as a new generation of VTubers. Monica says, okay. Hyocleo says, what? Don't many VTubers do this already? Doesn't that mean we're xtubers? Can we not use that? I guess you can't use it in Japan, where it's trademarked. I live on X, formerly Twitter, and consider myself an xtuber at this time, all this time. So it's another form of xtuber, yeah. The different ways that people are responding to it, of course, people are finding it very strange, as I showed you last time, that there are a lot of people out there who already do this in their VTuber, day-to-day thing. Most of us already been doing this for a pretty long time. VTubers sometimes can do IRL events showing themselves. Defeats everything interesting with VTubers in the first place. That's true. That's another thing. VTubers are meant to be virtual. Of course, you can have it any way you want. If you're still doing something virtual, you're still a VTuber. But having it just, I guess that's why they made it xtuber. You can say, you can give the side of being, you can go, on the side of them being, okay, that's why we call it xtuber, because we're not fully VTubers, we're not fully that, so we want to be something else. But a VTuber is, I was just noticing that it would seem very gatekeepy for people to be like, yeah, you can't be a VTuber if you don't do this. It is your own thing. VTubing is your own thing. As long as you still do some VTubing content, you would still, in my opinion, you can still be considered a VTuber. Established VTubers are already doing it. So yeah, a lot of people are just giving them like, this is very weird. This is a very strange thing to do. It is a corporate thing to do. So we'll see how this ends up. But yeah, many VTubers have just kind of disavowed the whole thing and been surprised that anyone did it in the first place. FaZe Connect is doing their convention. And what is FaZe Connect? FaZe Connect is an English/Japanese virtual VTuber agency based in Vancouver, Canada, as Sakana as their CEO. And let's take a look at something that's been happening recently. Recently, we have this news. FaZe Connect launches tickets for first FaZe Con of 2026. What is FaZe Con? FaZe Con is their first ever convention that is all FaZe Connect all the time. Official FaZe Con website is finally up and running. Keep tabs on the website for the latest con updates. FaZe Con tickets will go on sale on the 18th, which was, when this is happening, 5 p.m. with single day plus full weekend options available. This is something that is, ticket sales begin at 5 p.m. Pacific time on that day. More than likely, by the time you guys have seen this, it is, they are probably, they're probably not going to get sold out anytime soon. But the things for the hotel is already probably sold out. This Silver Spire says, bruh, was talking about meet and greet tickets available through the FaZeCon registration website. Most tickets will be distributed through a general raffle open to anyone who pre-registers at the convention. If you are a FaZe community, FaZe citizen badge holder, you will gain access to priority raffle that will be held prior. Unclaimed tickets, both raffles, and then will be made available for purchase at a later date, first come, first serve. Attendees who secure meet and greet tickets will be able to pick them up with their badge. They cannot be reprinted once issued and are non-transferable. A staff member will direct you to the appropriate meet and greet areas. General priority raffle opening dates. It is interesting that they decided to do this, because this is something very common in the Japanese VTuber space. Hololive does it. I believe Nijisanji does it when it comes to very popular tickets. They do a general raffle for things like that. It is more popular and more well heard of, well known in the Japanese VTuber community. That's why some people are finding it interesting. Event registration, no products available for registration. So some people are saying it's sold out. It might be actually it was that they got it before it was 5 p.m. PST. They did at 3:33. So they said 5 p.m. PST. And of course, these things don't get sold out very quickly. They don't get sold out. But also, read the FaZeCon merchandise haul requirements. I will create a Google form, indie VTubers. This is Lewood. Fan merch releases FaZeCon. It will be open to the public and searchable. I am not staff, but I will try my best to organize this. And it says here, vendors and artists are required to have at least 70% of their merchandise to be of IPs of FaZe Connect, which makes sense. Requirement is true for both amount of merchandise being sold at FaZeCon as well as physical display and merchandise at your booth tables. Vendors and artists who are planning to sell merchandise of IPs that do not belong to FaZe Connect are required to present written approval from corresponding IP holder to be able to use that. So they are going kind of strict. There's already an artist that's going to be going there. They'll be tabling at FaZeCon, which means that they're going to be at Artist Alley / Vendor Alley. See, at FaZeCon, I'll be in the Artist Alley. A lot of people are going to be honest, they're really not sold on the meet and greet raffle system. There's got to be, I'm there to see my Oshi, and I get the feeling I won't get a chance to. I won't pay top dollar, unless, even then, it's not a guarantee. It's taking pretty much all the money I can save out of it. Yeah, some people are having the issue with the raffle system. Unfortunately, when it's that popular, raffle system is the fairest way of having everything done, because there are people, especially if it's sold online, there are people that are going to try to scalp the tickets. This is a way to get rid of scalping. It's like I said, Hololive has instituted this for a while now. Others have instituted it as well. Merch Hall is another place there. that you can go, you can do applications, and like it said, when it comes to merch, you need to have permission to use the IPs of other people and written permission or some kind of permission from that. When it comes to the phase IPs, you're open to using them for merch there or art. Hope everyone who goes has a good time. Both feet, gas on time. Wowie, and this is from Tenma. BB Biscuit, FazeCon. You have other people from Phase Connect. Michiru says official dedicated site for the office's offline event, FazeCon, which will be held in California this year, has been launched. Other people here you can see, of course, some people talking about the system there. Other people just, loving how they can have all these Phase members there. And other people showing up and just being excited overall. This is going to be a big one. This is going to be something to see. Hopefully, I really do hope it's very successful, because that means that other people will be able to go and other events will continue to happen. CarrierCon is upon us, and it is going to be on March 21st to 22nd. What is CarrierCon? It is on an actual carrier ship. It is on a warship, a former warship that is now a museum, and they are doing something with VTubers. I know SOX VTuber agency, SVA, is going, and other people are going. Let's take a look at some of these people here. The Nemimi is going to be there. They're going to have Mono Monet also popping in there at CarrierCon for a special guest, more than likely meet and greets. You're having Yorkie 10, which is a member of V Fleet, which is also run by the same person who is a part of the USS Alameda, I believe it is. I forget. It's in Alameda, but it's USS something. It's a it's a carrier ship. I'm sorry, I messed up the name. They are a part of the whole thing. They're VTubers done to kind of promote the carrier ship thing. Kid 661 is another one. I'll be appearing at CarrierCon this weekend. We have other people of V Fleet, Faye 18 going there, as well as Desiree 134, Haboot 71, Ali 60, and you're having the other special guests, Lexi 16 as well. And yes, you can also give gifts to the V-Fleet staff. They're going to be checking the gifts to make sure there's nothing weird going on. Of course, nowadays they have the tracker issue too that they have to worry about. Lots and lots of people are going to be showing up there. SVA, people's artists and other people are going to be there. Skylar 4 is going to be there. Whiskey 64. Lots and lots of people. Anthony Talon. Lots and lots of people are going to be there for meet and greets, for concerts, for other things out there. It's going to be a big and wonderful event. Hololive English, a branch of Hololive Productions, is announcing something new. Hololive English is, of course, one of the many things that branches that are under the Hololive umbrella, which is under the Cover Corp umbrella. Today, we're talking about the older news, a older concert of All for One, the third concert that Hololive had, Hololive EN has had, and of course that was the one that included Hololive Justice, and they are showing it at Hong Kong. They're showing it at Con Hong Kong, which is interesting. It's a convention, and doing the special screening there, April 4th through 5th at Black Box Theater. Hong Kong dollars $328. Add-on tickets, limited 300 tickets per day. Entry to the Con Music Festival. Basically, you have to go to the Music Festival Expo. It's separate, but it is required to access the venue. The venue is where you're going to be able to see this. So it is a purchasing screening tickets for both day 1 and day 2. You must also have Con tickets for April 4th and 5th that include exhibition access. So it is a re-showing of the All for One, the special screening for what they're doing there. Blu-ray Wen would have liked a commemorative ticket for the original show. Radio City doesn't print tickets anymore, sadly. And yeah, it was at Radio City Music Hall, which was a big one. And it is absolutely a big place. It is where a lot of big shows have been made. It is a historic theater inside of New York. And I'm glad that they are doing a re-showing for many fans over there in Hong Kong when they're taking a gander at the whole Hong Kong thingy there. It sounds kind of like you're making fun of something, but it's not. It's an actual con there, as you can see, and the actual pen lights and everything are available. It needs to get done too, because, well, I don't know exactly what counts as the floor in many of these places. I'll just fucking be extra cautious. think if I can do crystals like this pretty quickly, I'll do them. But if it takes me a long time, like most of these conduit crystals will, then I won't. I'll just like do the cursory shit like this, like I'm just doing now. Just, oh, I'm around here. Let's just fucking blast it. We started blasting. So I started blasting. I'm shooting my load all over this. I'm shooting, like, what I mean by that is my power washing load. Just wash the fuck out of these things, because that's what I be doing. That's exactly what I be doing. The Tlaloc is gonna head pat me. I need those head pats, goddammit. I need them. I survive off of them. Instead of feeding me, he said he's gonna give me head pats, and I think I'm good with that. I think I'm perfectly fine with that. Thank you guys for watching, as always, and of course, take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.